It's the kid. 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 It's the child. It's the kid. It's the child. It's the kid. It's the child. What up, guys? Suman here. We're coming in here for the Friday Q&A, man. We're at the dawn of a new age. No, no, actually, no. We're actually at the dawn of the football season returning. I don't know whether I am nervous or I am curious as to what Saturday holds for us. It's going to be slightly emotional. It's going to be slightly emotional. Seeing football come back. I mean, it will feel surreal. The very fact that we've not had this dang on sport for over a month, almost 2 months, we've not had any new football. I think it's crazy. So I might shed a tear. I might shed a tear when I see Dortmund and so forth take the pitch to say what's up. So it will be crazy. I'm sure it will be crazy. It will be crazy. It will be surreal. It will be mad. It will be all these sorts of things rolled into one. It'll be all these sorts of things rolled into one. But it is what it is, man. I hope that everything goes through. I hope everything runs smoothly. And we could just get back to loving football. I get it. There are no fans. I get it. Fans are part of football. Fans are the fiber of football and so forth. But beggars can't be choosers. And guys, right now we are beggars. We are flipping starvers and beggars and so forth. Remember, guys, just a little heads up. Remember my other channel. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my other channel, the Have Hope Sort. Because I pop off a daily show in the Half of Sorts where we just talk stuff. We talk about racism, we talk about race, we talk about sex, we talk about on the other one, man. But so I'm your main man, HH. Half up. I'm trying to just make sure that everybody is as good as a piranha. So hope you're all good. Hope you look good and hope you're fresh. And remember, guys, this is your platform. I'm here to answer everything football, non-footballing questions. This is the channel for it. There is another channel for non-football questions. This is the channel for everything football because I am still the number one footballing guru. Believe that, best believe. So let's see what you guys are saying, man. So remember, guys, I am. Please send footballing questions, not thinking. Okay. In a World Cup match, sportsmanship or result? Result. But that's just me. I think in the general rule of thumb is, of course, you want sportsmanship. Get the heck out of here, man. For me specifically, I would want a result because the World Cup is too important. This is a tournament that takes place every 4 years, and this is the most important tournament in the world. This is perhaps the biggest sporting event on the planet. This is a sporting event at the end. That's why this is what people need to understand about the World Cup. The Champions League is watched by the footballing world. The World Cup is watched by the entire world. There isn't a sporting event that is more watched and more viewed than the World Cup final. People who know nothing about football, they get behind their country and there is something special about that World Cup summer, which is not going to be in December. There's something special and something unique and something magical about that World Cup summer. And I just think that, you need to appreciate it, man. World Cup. Yeah, no. So it's about the results. It's all about the results. It's all about the results. So that is Sasha Malvik. Are you Russian? I am willing to bet that you are Russian because I know a new Russian people, and from that last name and everything, I bet you're Russian. But yeah, it's all about the results. It's all the results. The results is the only thing that matters. It's about win, 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 win. Um, why isn't Muller a horseman? Um, that's so to be a horseman, the base requirement is a World Cup, which Thomas Muller has. But that's just a base requirement for me to even look into your resume. So, okay, I open up his resume. You have the World Cup. How good is he as a player? You wouldn't say he's technically that good. What impact has he made on the game? He's not really made that much of a large impact on the game. And I said, so really, it's like a three-triker. It's World Cup, your impact on the game, and your skill as an individual. These are the three things that gain entry into you becoming a horseman. And I think the one that people really miss out on is impact. That's the one that people miss out on. Because people say, okay, what about Iniesta? Quality Iniesta don't have a large impact on the game. He was part of an impactful team and an impactful era, but he didn't have a great impact on the game. Like he did, like it. That's just me keeping it. That's just me keeping it 3 stacks. That's me keeping it 3 stacks. He didn't have a large impact on the game. So yeah. Which team are you supporting when Bundesliga resumes? Again, I don't like to say like supporting a team and everything that's, but look, as much as they are annoying, I've got to have my hand on Dortmund because Dortmund have one of my favorite players today, which is Sancho. I love Jadon Sancho's game. Jadon Sancho has a great game, and you know what I might do, guys? What am I do, guys? I mean, I'm always saying this. Let me think of it, and I'll probably make an announcement maybe like in about an hour's time. But I've got a little trick up my sleeve, for you all. But I'll think about it. Let me just sort some things out before I really say what's up, man. So yeah. Oh yeah, someone put hand of God. Yes, yes. That's what we need. That's what we need. Hand of God is great. There's nothing wrong with hand of God. What's a horseman? Oh my God. Oh my God. So is this Portugal's second golden generation could win the World Cup and Euros? They can't win the World Cup. The Euros, yes, they can. I think there are too many teams that could take them out at the World Cup. I think, because when you look at the Euros, this team can definitely win the Euros. But look at who took them out in the last game, Uruguay. I don't think that this Portugal team will get past a South American team. So whether it's an Uruguay, a rejigged Argentina, or a Brazil, who I feel Brazil are going to be strong for the next few World Cups, because I think Brazil have some young players coming through that will look really good. Clearly, Portugal's golden generation was the Euro 2000 team, who flopped in 02, but their golden generation was the Euro 2000 team. I think that I wouldn't really call this a second. For me, a golden generation is like, see, France. This is a golden generation for France. Normally, golden generation is only one generation, but this is a golden generation for France. Holland have only had one golden generation, which was obviously that 70s team. I think France, this is their second one. Germany, I don't have normally had a golden generation, just like a really good team. Brazil's golden generation was that's 06 team. That was a golden generation. So not every team, Belgium, this is the golden generation. So, but Portugal have a strong team, but I don't think it's a team that is strong enough to get past the South American team. So it's good enough to win a Euros. It's not good enough to win a World Cup because you need something a little bit more. And I think you need to be a lot deeper, like France. What would you do about Chelsea's situation at left back? Get a left back. Chelsea needed a left back. Marcos Alonso is useful going forward. He is a defensive brick. Emerson is average. And in an attacking team, it is very important in the modern game that you have a left and right back that can say, what's up? So that instead, Chelsea needs to go out and get a left back. I would love Alphonso Davies. If Chelsea got their hands on Alphonso Davies, that would be nice. Now, does Alexandro play on the left or the right? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think. Does he play on the left or the right? Because people are like, oh, Alexandro not great. I'm taking Alexandro. I don't know about you, but I'm taking Alexandro. So Chelsea, for me, I think Chelsea need a left back. And as much people will say, well, it's only a defender. You have your attackers and your main midfielders. It will greatly enhance Chelsea's game if they go to left back. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool's left and right backs are vital to how they attack, and it is vital to their game. If you're an attacking team, a left back and a right back who can run the channels up and down and good defensively, know their defensive capabilities, but can say what's up offensively, is crucial. Is crucial. So 100%, that is a crucial thing to have, man. Oh my God. Yo, Daniel, how was your exam, bro? Guys, I don't know about you, but I don't miss exams, man. That's just me. I personally don't miss exams. Messi, Martinez, Dybala, Lo Celso, possible World Cup. No. I think I think Argentina need. When you look at the times Argentina have won, well, one was a because you need something extra, you need something magical, but not even beyond magical. You need a personality. You need personality or personalities in your team. I think what Argentina lack is a true leader. They don't have a leader, and they don't have personalities. Although you can argue that a leader was Mascherano, but for Argentina, their leader must be their star player. Like Maradona was not only Argentina's best player; he was also a leader of the team, and he was ready to really. He was ready. He was an inspirational figure that helped to galvanize the team. Chelsea's I don't think he's that great really. Lautaro Martinez is pretty good, but again, we need to see him develop. Dybala, again, he just needs to be consistent. But again, I think Dybala is the future. But for me, it's who's the manager, who's the coach, and where is Messi's mind at? Because time is running out. Messi's last chance is 2022. After that, it's finished, and it will be on. It might be a sad sight if 2022 rolls around. You see Messi up in there, and Argentina fail yet again. Because I think if that happens, Messi will know that all right, this is it, man. Oh, the slangs, man. I think no, most guys know the slangs. I think most guys are pretty much the same subs, but people already know the slangs. Like, to be honest, you know what? I think I need to do like a double H lexicon, like a double H lexicon that really explains all this stuff. Or can you explain how it's important to have elders? Oh wow! Remember, this is a footballing thing, but look, I'll still answer it. I'll link this to football. Elders have experience, and you can't buy experience. You can't buy wisdom. It doesn't matter how smart you are as a 20-year-old. You cannot buy wisdom. So you look at a 35-year-old player. Let's say you're an Mbappe or you're an Us. You're super. You have all these skills. There are certain things you know about winning. You may have all the ability in the world, but in terms of winning and how to win games and how to manage games, the know-how of management of games comes through experience and comes through age. It is something that you can only learn by playing thousands upon thousands of games. Because when you play thousands upon thousands of games, you see patterns. And once you see patterns, you see things rhyme, and you see repetition, and you see poetry. And I think once you have that, that is where you're now in the best possible scenario to really say what's up. That's when you're in the best possible scenario to really say what's up. So elders give you experience, and that experience is key. Los Cultural, thank you very much for the super job, Mr. Colchoneros. Only a team with Cristiano has knocked out Simeone. True, but there's a first for everything. There is a first for everything. That is a wild stat. And because my thing is that, yeah, are you saying Bayern? Well, I said, okay, I saying Bayern can knock out Atletico. They can, but a much better Bayern Munich. Pretty much people argue a peak Bayern Munich couldn't get past Atletico in 2016, I believe. If we look at PSG, depends with PSG turns up, but I think Atletico will find their hands full with a fully fit PSG that have Neymar. That would be a great game to watch. I think Atletico fully fit Atletico gets a fully fit PSG. That would be a great game to watch over 2 legs. Can I say Chelsea? Okay, easy. I was trying to stick it in there without you guys knowing. Man City would be a game. I think Atletico could tactically. I think Simeone could tactically sort of outclass Pep over 2 legs, but I think that would be a cool, fascinating game to watch. Because a lot of people say that Atletico would have won the CL. Look, I think whenever that win over Liverpool was huge, but I think it's too much of a leap to say, all right, because they beat Liverpool, they can then say what's up. So I think it's a bit too much of a leap there. Let's see what you guys say, man. Who should be Brazil's main man for the 2022 World Cup? Well, if Neymar is fit, it has to be Neymar, because Brazil don't have any other emerging star unless Everton somehow rise, because Everton was really good at the Copa America. I think the only true vocal star is Neymar. Coutinho is a side check. Jesus is just a striker, and an up-and-coming striker. So these are not the days where you had like R9, Dino, and Rivaldo. So it's has to be Neymar, and if it is Neymar will have to realize that time is running out. You may get another World Cup. So Neymar, I think, just about has to. He just about has to. But the sooner you win it, the better, man. All right. I think culture. I think I got your super chat, bro. I believe I did. So yeah, man, that's the thing, man. I'm just looking for the questions here. Do you think Germany will be the favorites for Euro 2021? No. But then again, let's see how this season unfolds. Because it's pretty weird times and stuff. But Germany, I think, are in the rebuilding phase. So this is almost similar to Germany in 2006, where there's some interesting, amazing new young talents, but they need to revamp. That's why I think it is so important that Germany come into that Euros with a new coach. I don't understand how Joachim Löw has allowed to be coach. 2014 was 6 years ago. Going on to 7. 2014 was 6 years ago. You can't allow a guy. I do not think that's weird. The 2014 World Cup was 6 years ago. Man, that is a long time away. So, but Germany have some cool dudes, but you can't put Germany favorites over France, over Belgium. And I would even say that Netherlands, I would put Netherlands greater favorites than them, because you have to look at the players that the Netherlands have and how good they've looked under your boy Koeman. So when you look at all that kind of stuff, then you have to say that Germany, you say like are like the outsiders, and I think that's maybe a very good thing for Germany coming in as outsiders, because if they're coming in as outsiders, that's very dangerous. Because remember, in 2018, Germany had a target on their back. You're the World Cup champions, the team that everyone wants to beat, and everyone pretty much went out at them to try and say what's up to them, and they got punched in the mouth. They got punched in the mouth. But Germany's future. So Kai Havertz is German, is he? That dude is so. Germany's future really lies in the hands of Sane and Gnabry. Like Sane and Gnabry, they hold the key to Germany. They are the guys pretty much that are holding Germany together, man. So, David Brown, thank you for the super chat, Mr. Davis Brown. Brazil won the under-17 Copa Olympics as hosts. Thoughts? But then what happened to the World Cup? Like, that's all impressive. But they didn't win the Big Boy Trophy on home soil. And I think it's been on home soil twice in Brazil, and they've lost twice. I think Uruguay beat them, I think, in 54, I believe. Was it Uruguay? Was it Uruguay or Sweden? I think it was Uruguay. But in 2014, like the funny thing is that in 2014, people thought like Brazil could go all the way. When you saw how they were playing in the second round, you're like, but I'll throw this out there. Do things change if Brazil had Neymar in that semi? I still think Germany win. Just putting it out there. If they had Brazil, if Neymar was fit for Brazil in that semi, because Neymar was playing very well, does Neymar inspire Brazil past Germany? Because that's what I wanted. Look, I'm happy that Germany won because they deserved it. Imagine a Brazil-Argentina final, a young Neymar against Messi. Like, that would be the biggest game in history. Bigger than El Clasico. If you had Brazil, Argentina, Messi versus Neymar. This is a Neymar pre-Barcelona. That would be huge. If Argentina win, it's not so bad for Neymar. We're having a very different conversation about Messi. If Brazil win and Neymar does that, what's the dynamics when he now moves to Barcelona? I love doing what if scenarios. Like my other what if scenario that I like to do is like, what if Chelsea were not bent over and robbed by that piece of crap referee? And what if Chelsea made it to that CL final? Because Chelsea make that 09 final, they beat Man United based off pure rage and vengeance. Based off pure vengeance and rage, they beat United. They beat United in that final. But UEFA, I am totally convinced UEFA did not want the same final 2 years in a row. What's going to happen? Chelsea had 3 open penalties, but UEFA were like, nope, we cannot have a situation where we have the same 2 teams. If it was Barcelona Real Madrid, they'll be cool with it. But because it's a non-Barcelona Real Madrid thing, the same 2 teams for 2 finals? But I'm convinced if Chelsea made that final, they beat Man United of vengeance. So if Chelsea already have a CL, do they win in 2012? If Bayern Munich win in 2012, do they win in 2013? What if scenarios are amazing? Because again, like you say to yourself, if Argentina had won that World Cup, how does the dynamics of football change? Because if Messi and Argentina people won that World Cup, do we still get the treble? Because remember, the treble was 14-15. And maybe Messi was so driven that he said what's up in 14-15. John Silver, thank you very much for the huge dub, man. John Silver, thank you for the huge dub, man. Big man, Horseman member, man. Thank you, bro. So I'm here to remind you from your last stream to talk about how crazy and underappreciated Etso's back treble is. And Henkel meant Gerd Muller, not Thomas Muller. And Gerd Muller has a really good claim for being a horseman. All right. Guys, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about Etso. Thank you for reminding me. Because I think we were looking at the last stream and we were talking about how top players and so forth in the member stream. Do your Googles. Samuel Etso is the only player to win back-to-back trebles with two different teams. Do your Googles. Now, I want to find the year in which Etso said what's up and he didn't win. Because we should have two Africans that are Ballon d'Or winners. We should have two Africans that are Ballon d'Or winners. Samuel Etso was a critical part of that treble win. Do you know why? Because United were playing bets. I remember that game as well. Barcelona were outplaying United. Sorry, United were outplaying Barcelona with great counterattacks and Cristiano was finding space. Etso's goal was against the run of play. And that goal changed the dynamics of the game. So that was the crucial goal. Of course, Messi scored the second. The crucial goal was Etso's goal when United were on top. Who scored the crucial goal against Chelsea? When he was at Inter Milan? Etso, who was playing right wing. Messi, Pep Guardiola, he's done many great things. The worst thing he did was, that is the worst transfer deal in the history of football. That swap deal. Gerd Muller, the thing about Gerd Muller is this. Let's go back to our three. He's got the World Cup. Does he have the technical skill? Does he have the technical skill? Does he have the impact? So this number, so remember, these are the three tridents to be a horseman. World Cup, impact, your technical skill. He's got the World Cup. Is he one of the most technically brilliant strikers? And how revolutionary was he for the role? Forget about God's goal scoring just as a player. So that is why I think he feels in the impact and the technical quality departments mainly. We need to have a discussion about Etso because people, actually, guys, I remember this thing so clearly. When I think it was Stramaccioni. So when Mourinho left and Stramaccioni was, this was I think after Benitez, when Stramaccioni was the manager of Inter Milan, Etso was the best striker in the world in the box. Anytime that ball got into the 18-yard area, goal from Etso. I mean, because we're sitting in the last stream, man. Top 3 African players of all time, Etso has got to be there. Top 3 greatest Africans of all time, Etso has to be there. He is top 3 best African players of all time. He is top 3 greatest African players of all time. And he was scoring in Real Mallorca as well. So, yeah, Etso is the only dude to win a treble with 2 different teams. Unless I'm wrong. With 2 different teams. You see, yeah, the Barcelona 2009 team, it's weird. The 2011 team was, I think that's probably the best version of the Barcelona team. The 2011 team was the best version. Like, that was just like, this is where this philosophy was taken to the nth degree. But they didn't win the treble. The 2011 team, I think, in terms of how they played, were more cohesive and were a more lethal team than the 15 team and the 09 team. But the 09 team and the 15 team won the treble. So it just goes to show that it's not really about how you play, it's about whether you will get those results. I think the 09 team just had 3 crack addicts as strikers. So the 09 team was very similar to the 15 team, although Iniesta built them out. Because Barcelona were beats. Let's keep this stack. Chelsea got that ass. Chelsea got them. But Iniesta scored a crazy goal, and UEFA said, you know what? Nah, I don't think we really want to allow you to win any of that stuff right now. So, um, but that is why I always say that that's 2000 team. Yeah, they won the Champions League and everything, but you see, it wasn't as clean as 2015. 2015, that I would say that is the cleanest Champions League run I've ever seen. Was the Barcelona 2015 team, where I was like, okay, guys, we are dealing with a cheat team here. Nobody is touching these guys. Those guys touched every single team in their path because that front three was stupid. So Luis Enrique just said, screw passing the ball around, screw tiki taka, roots one to those three dudes. Because remember, guys, let's think about it. Barcelona had the three best South American players in the world. Two of them at their peak, one of them near their peak. Because Neymar's peak is now. I think what Neymar is crazy. What Neymar is doing with PSG is Neymar at his peak. But that just shows how good Neymar is. Even if Neymar was nearing his peak, look at how good he was for that front three. Um, oh no, for me, I would say, look, Drogba just has a golden moment. Drogba just has a golden flipping moment, but he's not better than Eto. Eto is a better striker and a better footballer. Like so, Eto is just better than Drogba in every which way. Anyway you want to slice it, Eto is better. The only thing that Drogba is better than Eto at is heading and error. Apart from that, Eto is better than everything: ball control, movements, finishing, 1v1, dribbling. He's just better. But I've always said that ability-wise, JJ Kocha is the most gifted African player of all time. Just based on pure ability, there is no African player that comes close to Kocha based on what the kinds of things that he could do on the ball. And the things that he could do on the ball were absolutely flipped insane, man. Do you think Rooney is overrated? As a United fan, I always felt people overrated him, especially when they say he could have been in the Messi Ronaldo debates. Rooney was a good player. He was a really good player. But that is an insult to Messi and Cristiano to say Rooney was even in near their class. Rooney was nowhere near what Cristiano and Messi were as football players, but it's either on their output or what or how gifted they were. They were nowhere near his class. They were nowhere near his class. Rooney is a Man United legend. That's what he is. And he was a pretty good player. He had a very good football IQ. He had a very good football IQ. But he is a. You cannot honestly tell me that at any point in time, Rooney was as good as Messi or Cristiano. You can't say that. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. You just can't say that. And I just think when people say that, I'm like, there was never a season where Rooney was a standout player. Rooney was the Robin to Cristiano's Batman. Rooney was the Robin to Van Persie's Batman. Rooney has always been the sidekick to the main vocal star who was really the guy leading United to a championship. Rooney was never like, okay, man, we won it based purely on what I did. He played his role, but he played his role as the sideman. What are your thoughts on VAR after its first season in the Premier League? VAR works. The technology is good. It's the implementation. Premier League's implementation is garbage. And I don't know, England just have a funny knack of trying to do things differently and failing. We've seen it with this whole head immunity. Oh, let's be different. Head immunity. You pretty much messed up there. So same thing with England is like, oh, the rest of Europe are using this thing a certain way, but because we're England, we'll do it a different way. We'll do it a different way, and it's not going to fail and look stupid. So the whole idea of how, you're the referee, take your flipping unfit, bare belly ladder ass over to the flipping screen and look at that flipping footage and make a decision. How do you say that you allow some other referee, who's not the referee, designated referee, to make the decision? And as we've seen before, one referee can give a foul one way, another referee cannot give a foul one way. Because remember, as much as there are objective guidelines that FIFA give, different referees do give different decisions to things. And even whenever you're watching like this stuff, like on BT Sports, a referee will be like, well, personally for me, I wouldn't have given that. Or personally for me, I would have given that. I would have gone with a different decision. So people, because that's why you have lenient referees and harsh referees. And I think what's it called? International Superstar Soccer used to have that. ISS on N64, they used to have that, where on ISS you could have lenient referees and really harsh referees, man. But yeah, like VR is cool. It's the implementation with the Premier League that has been completely and totally garbage. Um, that's been the issue. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, look, that's the golden question. Who is the? But there are two things. There is best and greatest. Greatest African player, I believe, is between Etso and George Weah. It's between Etso and George Weah. I would lean towards George Weah because I think George Weah had a much bigger and larger impact on the game and on AC Milan than I think Etso did. So it really depends. It depends. Because I think Weah won a Champions League. I'm pretty sure he did. But then if you're not saying best African player, like the most gifted, for me, it's Okocha. You can call me Bast all you want. Okocha is the most gifted African player. He's one of the most gifted players ever. Forget about just African. Okocha is one of the most gifted players ever. Do you think the streets need to put some respect on Musa Dembele's name? No, not really. He is what he is. I think he's a pretty good player. I think Musa Dembele is a pretty good player, but I don't think he's super amazing. Although I think I was having a one stream where people saying, "Oh no, Musa Dembele because he doesn't have a great output." See, Musa Dembele is an eye test player. So even if you say, "Okay, how many passes do you do? How many?" No. He affects the game in a way in which you need to view the game rather than the look at the stats. The guys that affect the game positively without looking mainly at stats, bro. Yeah, this is what I even wanted to talk about, man. PSG will be at a disadvantage. If the Champions League continues, PSG have no chance. PSG have no chance. They already play at half pace, playing in the Uber Eats, and you've seen where has got them. If you're saying that they don't even have Uber Eats training to sharpen themselves up for the CL, see, if I'm PSG, I would organize games. I would say, look, man, let's transfer this whole COVID thing behind closed doors. I would literally just organize games with teams. Say, look, guys, please, we need some training. We need to. Depends how many people will agree. But if I'm PSG or I'm Thomas Tuchel, I'll be like, or Al Khalafi, I'll be like, we need to organize games. PSG in this COVID thing going into a Champions League, because like, basically, even when you look at it right now, guys are already in rest mode because again, the Champions League has not even been greenlit. So as of right now, Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria, Silva are like, okay, look, man, we're just gonna chill out, relax, do our thing. Then who knows? Maybe they're giving like 3 weeks. Like, how much notice will they be given that the Champions League is on for August? A month's notice, 3 weeks notice. But whatever happens, they'll be at a disadvantage. And everyone else, if the leagues do continue for everywhere else, all those other leagues will be at an advantage. So you have to have that match sharpness, which they won't have. Let's see. Why isn't Isco a generational tier one player? Um, because Isco is a guy with tremendous ability, but he's not been able to properly apply that ability in a consistent, effective manner. Now you could argue that maybe he needs to find the right team for him, and maybe Zidane's system is too direct and too fast paced. And but then you say, okay, it's too fast paced, but the Spain prison was perfect for the kind of way that he plays for ball. But as we saw against Russia, what happened? You were just running around in circles. For me, I still know Isco is an incredibly talented player. Like his talent is profound. He has an absolutely profound, incredible talent. But the fact of the matter is this: is when you're like an Isco, you have to have a balance between you are superb on the ball, but you've got to understand tactics and how to be effective in a game. So he will not be a generational tier one player until he is able to find a way to be effective in a game. And I think it's a psychological thing as well. I think Isco might suffer from hazarditis. And hazarditis is where you have all the talent in the world, but you don't really have the kind of graft and effort and willingness to really say what's up mentally, psychologically. And I think that is what is slightly problematic for your boy. So yeah, that's the thing there, man. But Isco is a quality dude, man. What do United need to go back to the top managerial? What do United need to go back to the top? Managerial change or players? For me, I think first thing that United they do need a managerial change. To the top, not to compete. To compete, all is fine. To the top, they need a change of manager. Then once because one affects the other, you bring in the right manager, then the manager then is able to build his team. And that's just what they need now. Who that manager is, who knows? I've always rated Rafa Benitez. Does Rafa Benitez want to go to United based on his allegiances to Liverpool? I don't know. But if you look at the top teams, Simeone, Atletico, Klopp, Liverpool. Okay, well, Hansi Flick is sort of unknown, but Hansi Flick is very experienced. Hansi Flick has way more experience than Solskjaer. Sarri, Juventus, but before that was Allegri, Juventus. All the top teams are coached by top experienced managers. Top experienced managers. And maybe Oli can grow and can go into it, but we're living in a time in football where football is extremely tactical now. Back in the day, you had like 3, 4, 5 game winners, and you could rely on a game winner to just win you that game. This time, right now, we don't have as many game winners in teams as we used to have before, and right now there is much more of a focus on tactics and adhering to tactics. So they need a tactically astute coach and manager and right scouting, because it's not about buying 2, 3 amazing players, but buying the right players. Who the hell was Lewandowski in 2012? Who the hell was Mario Götze? Who the hell was Kagawa? But Klopp had great scouting and put the right players. That's what an amazing manager can give you. Forget about getting the right players. The manager is a guy who brings in his scouts, bringing in his people, vets players, looks through the players, such as says, you know what, now this is the dude. This is the dude. Yeah, I need this dude. And even if people don't know about this dude, because him with him and him and him and him, and we play here because this guy's abilities and tactics and characteristics merge well with him. And if we do this, we will be able to play a certain way that can be very effective. So it's not about having amazing players, but being effective. So they need a managerial change. So I think it is futile. United putting their faith in Solskjaer to take them. Remember, that's the key. There's always been Solskjaer will make United competitive, and I think Solskjaer can get United into top 4. Solskjaer is not winning a Champions League for United. Solskjaer is not winning a league for United. It's not. It's. I don't think he doesn't have the managerial capability to do that. You need a big time manager to do that. This more so than in any time in history, we are living in a very manager coach oriented time in football. So when you're looking at the team, you have to look at who's their manager. The manager is key. The manager is very key. As I said, it's just, I love you, but stop disrespecting Ole. See, this is where this is where you need honesty in life. This is where you have to trust that either you want to be a fanboy or you want to be honest, or you either want to be a fanboy or you want to be a fan. If you're a fanboy, oh my God, Ole is going to win the Champions League. Believe in Ole, trust in Ole. United will win the treble very soon under Ole and will be super successful. If you want to be realistic, that's not happening. Now, he may take United to a Carling Cup. He may take United to an FA Cup. But to win a league title and to make United a major threat again, it is very unlikely, put it that way. It is very unlikely that can happen. It's very likely that will happen. So, I see what you guys are saying, man. I mean, look, Lewandowski's career, it's not been underwhelming, but for a man of his talents, I expect more and I want more. When we saw him score 4 goals, when we saw him score 4 goals in 2012, sorry, in 2013, we were like, oh my gosh, this is the coming of the striker. When we saw him score 5 goals in 10 minutes, we were like, oh my God, this is it. This is the next dude. Because if Lewandowski was to retire now, he'd be like, hey man, look at what I did. Look at the league titles I won for Dortmund, for Bayern Munich. Look at the amount of goals I've scored. I had 230-goal seasons and so forth. I've broken many several goal scoring records for Bayern. I'm having an amazing season this season. But again, it's like for Lewandowski, it's like, where is your benchmark? Now, if you're an Immobile, oh my gosh, this is a great career. How much more do you want from an Immobile? But for a Lewandowski, many people put you as a generational talent. And if you've been put as a generational talent, I need a Champions League. I need more big game performances from you. Simply, I do. And we just don't have enough from homeboy. 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 Yeah. As I said, HH, he will win us a league, I guarantee. But that's, yes, I understand. Where is this guarantee from? Like, where is this guarantee from? Like, first of all, you have to get past the dominance of Man City and Liverpool. And I think if Pep remains at Man City and Liverpool are going to be very tough to break away. Like the City-Liverpool duopoly is going to exist for at least the next 3, 4, 5 years, as long as Klopp and Pep are there. So no one's breaking that duopoly anytime soon, as long as they have the cash, they have the funds, and those two managers are there. But what have you seen from Solskjaer that can make you see the leap of a league title? I've seen enough from Solskjaer to say, oh my gosh, United can definitely make top 4 and maybe challenge for a title, be like a third or a fourth team trying to say what's up to a title. But to not be like genuine title challenges and be at the forefront, I've not seen that. I'm not seeing that. Like, look, Gollum is high. I'm not hitting on Gollum, but we have to be realistic here with what Gollum can actually do. We have to be realistic with what Gollum can actually do. Simulation. Lewandowski is delivering the Euros and the World Cup. No. Like, again, you're smoking crack. Like, he's not. Euros, doubtful. World Cup, there's a 0% chance. Yeah, no. Yeah. I thought you were going to mention the Champions League. No, there's no. Like it's just not happening. It's like, no. I didn't even know Poland reached the semis of the World Cup in 1970. Interesting facts. Best striker of this decade. has to probably be Lewandowski. Taking it all into account, like obviously, because I'm looking at the guy who has had a consistent level of top quality striking. Cannibal had a super season and had like a super 2, 3 seasons. Aguero has been top quality, but again has sort of fallen short when it's coming to Europe. Harry Kane, he's mainly done his work in the Premier League. Yeah, I mean Benzema. I was probably throwing Benzema now, but Benzema sort of been a side chick to Cristiano during those key years. So the guy who's really the striker who's been consistently scoring and goal scoring in the Champions League and the league. Even if he's not been scoring in the CL semi and so forth, he's still been scoring in the Champions League and in Europe. Has been Lewandowski. So you have to say that Lewandowski has been the best striker of the decade. He's not been the most clutch. I think the most clutch is a toss-up between Aguero and the Cannibal of the most clutch. But Lewandowski has been overall the best striker of the decade, man. See, people saying, but this, he said the decade, not of a 2-3 year period, the decade from 2010 to 2020. Lewandowski is having an amazing season today, right now. As we speak, Lewandowski is having an amazing season right now. So from the moment he said what's up with Dortmund, was that 2012 till now, he's been consistently high. Cannibal had an amazing period, 2014 to 2016. Like that period, Cannibal was the best striker in the world for about 3 years. But now, no, he's on the decline. At the beginning of the decade, he was trying to find his way at Liverpool. His first season at Liverpool, he was all right, but he was trying to find his way. Lewandowski has been a high-level top striker from his Dortmund days all the way till now. And as I read this season, right now as we speak, he's having an amazing season. So I think you guys need to listen to the question. It's the decade, not for a 3-4 year period or what he did in the Champions League. It's for the decade. You know. Yes, I said that. I never understand why Dowski left BFB. Baffled. I don't understand why he did. You know, the writing was on the wall. You know, you want to win. You want to be in the best position to win titles. And even Klopp knew the writing was on the wall. Everybody was leaving, and you could see the trend happening. So, do you want to be the last man on a sinking ship, or do you want to jump over to another ship before this ship sinks? You know, like I would have loved Lewandowski to stay, but Lewandowski knew that he knew Kagawa. Well, Kagawa was the first to leave. He knew Götze was leaving. He knew Gundogan was leaving. He knew everybody was leaving, and you have to say that from his point of view, like, my gosh, the chance to play with Pep Guardiola. Remember, this was Pep Guardiola coming off of 2 Champions Leagues. I mean, I would be a liar if I was in Lewandowski's position and I said no. In Lewandowski's position as a Lewandowski of like, yes, I know what Klopp is and everything, but this is Pep. And this is Klopp before Liverpool and before winning the Champions League. So I do get it. And you have to understand, see, Mario Götze made the bad decision. Mario Götze, that was a bad decision that Mario Götze made because it flopped. Lewandowski, it was a great decision that he made. Like, he went to the next level at Bayern Munich. Like, he has been a better player at Bayern Munich than he was at Dortmund. He has been he's been a better goal scorer, I would say. I still say he was a better player at Dortmund, but he's been a better goal scorer. All right. Bro, relax, bro. Yeah, you see, for me, Aguero is a good shout. I would put Aguero second. I would put Aguero second in terms of the decade. I would put Aguero second. But the reason why I put Lewandowski ahead of Aguero is what Lewandowski has done in the Champions League. I think Lewandowski has been better in the Champions League than Aguero has been in the Champions League. You know, So that is the only reason why. But if we now take the Champions League away, when did Aguero join Man City? Because if we take the Champions League away, then it is a greater debate. Maybe that's one for the. Maybe that's a good one for the Hangouts. Who's been the better striker domestically? Taking the Champions League away, who's been the better striker domestically, Lewandowski or Aguero of the last decade? That's a good convo. That is a great debate. That is a great debate. That is a great debate, man. All right. Who was better, Xabi Alonso or Gerrard? Xabi Alonso. Gerrard was more versatile. For me, Xabi Alonso was the better player. I think technically, Xabi Alonso was a better player. Like Gerrard was more athletic. You say better. Gerrard had better physical attributes. He was more athletic. He was more versatile, which is very good. And I just think he had better physical attributes. But in terms of footballing skill and footballing technical skill and a footballing brain and so forth, I say Xabi Alonso was the better player. For me, Xabi Alonso was the better player. You see, for me, could you say Benzema was a striker during the Cristiano years? I don't know. Maybe he played the role of striker, but could you actually say that Benzema was actually a striker during the Cristiano years? I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know, man. What if Falcao never got that big injury in 2014? He was the best number 9 in the world, 2011 to 2013. I remember that Falcao period. And I was always slightly skeptical of this whole Falcao's the best striker in the world. He was definitely one of I would say he's definitely like top 3, top 4 strikers in the world at the time. But for me, I think I remember watching I think it was a Real Madrid game or something. And I was like, okay, what's this Falcao going to do? So for me, which is why it's unfortunate that he got that injury, because for me, I'm like, all right, if he didn't get that injury, what could have happened? It's very interesting. Again, you look at that 2014 final. If Costa isn't injured, do Atletico win? If Falcao is fully fit, do Atletico win? So if Atletico played most of that game without a fully recognized, able-bodied striker. So if there was actually a proper striker in there, does that help Atletico sort of maybe get the game off and everything? And again, let's do the what if scenario. What if Atletico hold off and win that Champions League final in 2014? What is the knock-on effect? Do Real Madrid still three-peat? Does that give Atletico the impetus to maybe say what's up in 2015 or 2016? How do we then now perceive Simeone? Does this make Godin and Griezmann stay? Does this allow Atletico to attract more big-time players to the club? Where do we then rank Diego Simeone? Sorry, Griezmann wasn't. Yeah, Griezmann. Yeah, they hadn't bought Griezmann yet. 2014 now. So yeah, so if that happens, how do we then now view like a Godin? What's like ACL? How do we view a Simeone? Because that would have been a monumental achievement. That would have been a monumental achievement. So the what if scenario is amazing, man. The best side chick of the decade. Benzema. I would say I was going to say Griezmann, but I'd say Benzema. Benzema, he's the best side chick of the decade because he he was the side chick for the um treble, no, for the 3 wins. For those 3 sales in a row, he was the side chick, and he was a great side chick to Cristiano. I'm amazed that Cristiano did not cheat on his wife with him because he was an amazing side chick, absolutely amazing side chick. Like he played that side chick role to perfection for Benson for Cristiano. So I think he was easily the biggest side chick of the decade. You know what? I'm even thinking, man. I'm thinking, screw this, man. I'm just thinking of that. I'm just going to do Q and A's, man. Obviously, we'll still have the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts, man. But I'm thinking maybe during the week, let's just talk football, man. Thinking about let's do a program on this topic, man. Screw that. Let's just do a flipping Q and A every day, man. Like, come on. Let's just talk for football. Let's just because I told you I can talk football for hours, man. It's just that I have to do something at the top of the hour, but I can literally talk football for hours. Did I ever rate Oscar? Nope, I did not. He was decent. He was all right. But no, I never ever rated him, man. No. No, I never rated the dude. I mean, the only thing he did for Chelsea was score that pretty good goal against Juventus, where he did that little turn and scored. But I lost all respect for Oscar and had to induct him. I think he might be an alumni when he went to China. Going to China during your peak years, I lost all respect for him as a professional player. I was like, you know what? You are a bum. For doing that, you're a complete bum for doing that, bro. Has there ever been a worse position in football than an Arsenal centre back? Well, lately, Arsenal are the team who gave us Tony Adams, Sol Campbell, I think Gallas, and so forth. It's just lately, they've just been garbage. And I kept saying that David Luiz is a really talented player. He's a garbage football player. I believe Mustafi, after the Euros was it the Euros in 2012? I think he got his talent stolen from him after the Euros in 2010. So, you know. I think I already answered that, man. Okay, I probably will not answer that question. Don't want to really touch that personally. And what, I mean, was Neymar really a side chick during the kind of treble trio thing? Was Neymar really a side chick? I don't think he was. I don't think he was. I think he had a prominence. A side chick is you're a side man. You're a side. Benzema was the side chick of the decade. He was an amazing side chick. All right, let's see what the guys are saying, man. Thoughts on a Dembele Coman swap with Barcelona? Who would benefit more if both players are fit? By the way, we'll still get Sane. I think that would be a really. I think both teams would benefit really well. Now, both players at their peak. I think the Us at Bayern would be pretty good. I think because I think Hansi Flick still has kind of like a very specific style that he wants to play, but I think there's a bit more freedom in the Bayern system than I think in the Barcelona system. I think in the Barcelona system there is more pressure to keep the ball, keep hold of the ball, and I do feel that Kingsley Coman will be more. I think Kingsley Coman is more receptive to instructions, and as much as I love the Us, I believe Coman is more disciplined than Dembele. So Coman is more disciplined in listening to instructions and adhering to instructions than Dembele is. But the Us, I just think, is more talented and more flamboyant and can do more as an individual. The Coman can't win you a game. He's a great teammate. He can't win you a game. The Us can win you a game. So the issue is, can Hansi Flick get the best out of the Us, where get him to work for your team, but do not restrict his don't restrict his ability to affect the game. So that's the thing there, man. That's what is it saying, man. Yeah, didn't Scholars play centre back? What do you think people think Messi doesn't work hard and is all talent? Well, it doesn't help that he walks around a lot, man. But I think no, I think people do feel that he does work hard because to be a professional player and a successful professional player, you have to work hard. That's standard. You cannot, no matter how talented you are, you cannot play at this level of football without a particular work ethic. You simply can't. You simply can't. And to do what Messi has done takes physical and mental dedication. So I think he works hard, but there are degrees of working hard. Does he work as hard as a Cristiano? Does he work as hard as a Carlos Tevez? Does he work as hard as a Gattuso? I think those guys take work ethic to the next level. And there are just times in which people look at his body language where you just see him walking around and just sort of strolling through. So that is where the perception is. But look, everybody sort of works hard to a degree, So General Chroma, relax, bro. I mean, you know that I'm not going to click that. So why? Yeah, no, wait, yeah. I told you guys, Hangout is every Saturday and on Sunday. Saturday, click the link on Twitter. Sunday are for the members that you know and love. Hopefully, we'll get Juju Man this week. Because we broke our record last Sunday, 5 hours. I don't know how the hell that we did it. And my aim in life is for Muntaha to go through an entire segment without saying bro. Actually, no, to go through to say 5 sentences without saying bro. Baby steps. That is my aim in life, is for him to go 5 sentences without saying bro. If Pedro, sorry, is Pedro underrated? He has won the World Cup, Champions League, Euros, Premier League. He's scored in the Champions League final and the EL final. No, he's not underrated. I think he's rated where he is. Pedro was last relevant in 2011. I keep saying this, but the last time he was relevant to the world was 2011. He's a good player. He was a really useful member of Barcelona, and I think he was maybe slightly harsh that Barcelona sort of sold him. But he's a good player. He's a good player, and your boy's eye, man. Your boy's eye. He's a good player, man. I am gonna sit down because there is a Lothar Matthäus YouTube compilation that I think I only mentioned because Henry was on this Instagram live, and Henry has done some really great Instagram lives, and he mentioned this Lothar Matthäus YouTube thing. I say, you know what? Because I've not seen it, I'm probably going to drop that. So I'll drop that for the members maybe this weekend, and for the rest of you guys, I'll probably drop it like maybe early next week. Because I at least saw bits and stuff for Lothar Matthäus, and I remember that 98 World Cup, and I remember that Denmark team. But I think by 98, he was sort of like at the end of his career. But I never really watched Lothar Matthäus extensively, but many people have said that the guy is money, man. Top 5 slowest footballers of the all time. Mertesacker has to be first, surely. You're probably right. Because Mertesacker was flipping. I never knew how he could defend. That's why give Mertesacker credit, because Mertesacker, all he had was his intelligence and his positioning. What's the name of this dude? Kiesling. I don't know whether you remember this guy. Kiesling, striker for Leverkusen. Dude couldn't run. Dude could not run for ish. I don't think there was anyone's. I don't think I could think of any. Metasaka, I think he was a slower. Basically, it's either him, yeah, it's either him or Kisling. Kisling was damn slow. And I think about Kisling he was a striker. Mario Gomez, the German striker, I never saw that guy run. That guy literally moved 2-3 centimeters. I never saw Mario Gomez run in my life. But again, he didn't really need to run though. So from Kevin K, man. Thank you for super chat, Mr. Kevin K. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. So Kevin K says Mbappe has the potential to be greater than Messi or Ronaldo and a future horseman. He has already won the World Cup at 20 as his team's best player. This was what I was trying to say on Sunday, but guys were trying to jump on my neck and say, blah, 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 blah. Mbappe is coming. And now he was one of France's best players, and I still feel that that was a team effort. Mbappe didn't do a R9 2002 or a Maradona 86, but he played his role because he scored those 2 goals against Argentina. He was denied an amazing assist against Belgium, and he scored in the World Cup final. He scored. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says. He scored in the World Cup final at 19. I saw it. It was clean. He scored a goal at 19 in the World Cup final. He's done it. I'm sorry. He's done it. So the thing about Mbappe is he as long as he doesn't get a long-term injury or doesn't fall into serious form. So I just pray that bro don't get a long-term injury. If he can get a CL, get a Euro, I don't know how Messi and Cristiano. So then all Messi and Cristiano can say, well, we're just more consistent, which is cool. But what would you rather have? To be super consistent for 15 years, or be a critical player for a Champions League win, a Euro win, a World Cup win? I love consistency, bro. I want to go down in history. World Cup puts you in history. Champions League, those things put you down in history, you know. So again, how consistent was Maradona really? How consistent was the dude? To this day, people still revere his name based on what he did in '86. Guys, don't mess with the World Cup, man. Don't mess. Hates all he wants. Hates all he wants, man. Just the World Cup. I don't care what I want. The World Cup is the WC. The WC. The WC. Your boy just said, sorry, HH, but Rush. Yes, I look. Mo sends me a Rashford vid, which was cool. That Rashford vid, I gave props to Mo. Rashford is skillful. Rashford definitely has some skill, but Rashford not yet. Maybe he can, but not yet. Rashford cannot be in the same room as the Us or Mbappe. The Us are not Mbappe, and basically Sancho, the Us and Mbappe. Like Sane is now a little bit older, but the Us, Sancho, and the prodigy, they're on a different level, bro. They're on a different level. You see, people do this. See, this is about getting it done. And his first goal, the winning goal against Turkey, was completely made by himself. He ran all the way through from the wing, boom, smacked it in the bottom corner. The second goal, his first goal in the O2 final, that's anticipation. Yes, it was a rebound and Khan messed up, boom, but he was the first to react. He was the first to react. And in that sequence, he won the ball. He went in there, got there, won the ball, fought for the ball back, and created a 1-2 scenario with Rivaldo, and was there to do the follow-up and was the first to react to take the ball. But his second goal was as clean as a whistle. Rivaldo helped to create the space, but that's clean as a whistle. I'm like, R9, man, he said, what's up, man? In the semi and in the final. Don't mess with my boy. Don't mess with my man, bro. Relax, man. Who plays for A&E United? Relax, just chill, 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 chill. Just relax, bro. Relax, relax. Um, um. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mbappe hasn't done nothing. But where does that statement come from? Like, he scored 2 goals against Argentina in the second round game, knockout game, and he scored in the final. And from that point on against Argentina, a 19-year-old was a guy that's his very existence uplifted the French team. And France, and for me, I was watching the World Cup. After that Argentina game, all eyes were on this kid. And I just think even just what he was doing, every time he touched the ball, people viewed him and he helped elevate the entire team. And it is eerie. Mbappe's impact psychologically was very similar to Ronaldo's impact in 98. Because remember, Ronaldo was 21. But just his existence and what he was doing, it helped to elevate us. Oh my gosh, this is a young prodigy doing this stuff. So, like, don't hate, man. Don't look. Mbappe has his World Cup, man. Don't hate. Don't hate. Is the Oos your son? The Oos is not my son. The Oos is not my son. He is not my son, man. As MJ said in what's it called? That Thriller track. But the kid's not my son. Oh, ow! Come on, girl. Yeah. But the Oos is a quality player. He's a quality player, and you cannot deny the quality of this dude. I'll say again: right foot, left foot, goal scorer, direct, fearless, creative, imaginative, young, potential. He is a flipping walking gold mine. All he needs is direction. He needs a coach and a manager that believes in him that can offer him direction. Just let him just get fit if he just gets his fitness. Because look, everybody goes through these injuries. Remember Robin? Robin was made out of glass for Chelsea. Robin was injured all the time. But the good thing is that he's young. If you can get over these injuries, the Us can easily say what's up. The Us can easily say what's up, man. So yeah, Billie Jean, that's the one. Billie Jean, not my word. Um, is it? That's it. Right. I have been checking. I know that you've been saying this a few times. I know I've been saying this a few times, but if we don't check LDO stats, what is that going to bring from us? But okay, all right. Because I know I saw you putting this in the, but I was like, okay, you. All right, let's check his stats, shall we? All right. New incognito. No, not new incognito window. New window. All right, let's see. Sadio Mane. Who scored? Arms for the poor. Arms for the poor. What are we doing here? Okay. So share screen. Sadio Mane. Share. Let's try and get a bit of So Premier League, bad. 24 appearances, 14 goals, 7 assists. 7 appearances, 2 goals. So that's pretty good. So 2.3 shots per game. Actually, let's look at the offensive. 1.9 dribbles, 2.3 shots per game, 1.6 key passes. But yeah, that's it. That's not a bad return. So basically, that's 1 and 2, pretty much, almost like a 1 and 2. Do they have an all? There you go. History. So last season he got 22 goals. I think it's 22 goals and he had one assist. But again, assist. Um. Oh wow. So basically, this is already his second best season. This is already his second best. So he wouldn't have matched last season because what that's like um um eight is it eight goals in what nine games, or is it less? Nah, he wouldn't have done that. So I think yeah, he wouldn't have done that. But I think you look at those 14 goals, but then again, it's like when he scores the goals. I think Mane is not about the volume of goals that he scores; it's when he scores the goals. Because he's the guy that scores the first goal that breaks the deadlock, or is the guy that scores the goal against the run play, or scores the winning goal. He is always a consistent key goal scorer. You know, he's always a consistent key goal scorer, which I like. Um, all right. So, um, if if Barcelona went through and drew PSG, who do you think would win? Um, at full strength, I expect PSG to win for sure. At full strength, I expect PSG to win. If PSG don't have Neymar, it's a toss up. But I may actually go with Barcelona. But at full strength, I'd expect PSG to be too much for them, especially with what Neymar can do. Um, I'll tell you guys, I have, yes, said I have a list of vids to do. I've got a Lothar Matthias vid, I've got a Romario vid, I've got several vids in the pipeline. That Martial vid is in the pipeline. The Martial vid is in the flipping pipeline. Don't you worry about a thing. Um, I think I sort of mentioned this on the member stream. Top five. So, okay, now, if you say my personal top five, so this is subjectively speaking, my personal top five would be Okocha, Yaya Toure, Etso, Drogba, Weah. That's my personal top five. Now, in terms of greatness, the great top five, Kanu, um, Etso, Weah, Roger Miller, and maybe Drogba. So it's really all dependence, man. It's really all dependence, man. Um, and she worry about a thing. Did I miss something? Oh, so what was Richard's? Because that's a lot. What was Richard's super chats? Please, someone tell me. If someone can help me out for what was Richard's super chat, because I think I've sort of lost it in this whole StreamYard thing, and then we'll get out of here. I'll take Richard's super chat and then we'll get out. We'll get out of here. Um, okay, is that what it was? What? So can someone tell me what was Richard's super chats? If someone can tell me what Richard's super chats can be, that would be helpful. That would be helpful. That would be helpful because I'm guessing what Richard's super chats is. Um, that's wild. Adebayo over Proban now. Asia, how was it? Okay, this is Sane, Gnabry, and Leva, or Firmino, Mane, and Salah. Um, I'd have to, I'd have to say Firmino, Mane, and see. It depends. I think the better players are Lewandowski, Gnabry, and Sane. But because we've not seen them play, I've got to go with Firmino, Mane, and Salah. In terms of who do I have more faith in being effective, Firmino, Mane, and Salah, because we've seen how they play. So all because we know Sane is an amazing player, do we know that whether he's on the same wavelength as Lewandowski and Gnabry? We don't know because we've not seen them play. But we've seen Mane, Salah, and Firmino play for what, 2-3 seasons, and they have amazing chemistry and amazing understanding. But if you're not combining the quality of the players, I think the quality of Gnabry, Lewandowski, and Sane as an overall quality collective is more better, technically better than Firmino, Mane, and Salah. Guys, that's all from me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Firstly, for the post-match analysis of the Dortmund game. The Dortmund game post-match analysis will be live. My God, I can't believe I'm actually saying that. This sounds crazy. Live post-match analysis of Dortmund Schalke. Then after that, we will then be doing the Saturday open hangout. So guys, hopefully, God willing, join me tomorrow for what should be an interesting day of things. Still love. Oops. Let me hit that. All right. Peace to the out. I'm out. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.